All right, and welcome back to the Huddle, everybody. Carlos Roberto along with Jake Berry on Fox Sports 1700. Let's go over the scores real quick for you. Once again, this past week, West Coast East over Brownsville Vets 21-20. Yoakum beat Rio Hondo 28-0. Goliad over Lyford 29-22. That's 4A and 3A respectively. In 2A Division 1, Refugio over La Villa 54-0. Harlingen High over Edinburgh Economides 60-7. McAllen Memorial 27, Laredo United South 24. Laredo United beats Juarez Lincoln 63-13. West Local High over Los Fresnos 49-28. In Class 6A Division 2, San Benito, they beat PSJ North 35-7. Edinburgh Vela over Brownsville Porter 48-21. Mission Veterans Memorial beats Donna 33-21 in Class 5A. Ed Cachelso over Roma 50-32. Sherryland over Mercedes 45-35 in 4A. Gonzales beat Gruya 26-21. Today we have games. Jake, there's a score we're missing. La Feria won last night.
Yeah, La Feria won. It was a nail biter. I'll get the score right
Yeah,
now.
we get that score because we got to give props to La Feria and them winning. We don't have that one here for some reason. And then we have La Jolla Palmview playing today at Del Rio at 2 p.m. and Laredo Alexander at Mac High at 4 p.m. One of the big winners last night, we weren't sure what was going to happen in this game. Mission Veterans versus Donna. One side of the valley versus, one of the mid-valley schools, the district champion versus one of the playoff teams. And Coach Gilpin is on the line because Mission Veterans Memorial wins last night 33-21. And Coach, congratulations, Coach. It's a well-earned victory for you guys. I know it's the second year in a row that y'all won a bi-district championship.
Yeah, thanks, Carlos. Good morning to everybody. I appreciate y'all having us on. Yeah, it's first time in the history of our school, and you guys have heard me talk before. I'm big on doing things that have never been done, but to get back-to-back playoff wins and back-to-back years was a big night for our program, big step in the right direction. And I tell you what, Romito Leal runs a great program where they're Donna. Those guys are class act and a class program and an outstanding football game last night that, I'm just really, really proud of our bunch because we went in there and beat a really well-coached and a really good football team. And that just adds a little bit more pride to our program because of, who you took down. It really.
Absolutely, Coach. I know you guys are a tradition over there in athletics and not just in football, but in lots of sports as well. Baseball has done your volleyball program has done very, very well. Football, of course, back-to-back years. So there's a lot of pride, Talk to me a little bit about what happened during the season because you had a player went down at quarterback.
Yeah, it's been I've used the term next man up because it's something we as head coaches and as coaches in general talk about all the time. During the course of a season, you're going to lose kids. And a lot of times they're going to be key kids, and you just can't make excuses. Your kids are going to feed off of that. If you stay strong in your philosophy and we're going to win and we're going to continue the things that we, regardless of who's in, allows us to say, okay, we're okay. Our coaching staff says we're okay. Believe in that. And yeah, it goes back last year when Silas graduated. There was a lot of those that said, hey, we're going to have a hard time this year. And I said Diego is going to come in here and be the man, and he was. He was leading the valley in passing through 5 weeks, and we unfortunately lost him to an injury, and 2 days prior to that, we lost our backup quarterback and one of the best receivers in the valley, one of the best athletes in Adam Solis, who was a transfer, which left us with, who we have now, our freshman quarterback, my son Landry. And, yes, we knew he was going to be good. Yes, our future was bright with him, but it certainly was we rushed him into that position a lot sooner than we had planned on it. And the last time I talked to y'all was his first game against Roma, where he had come out and really performed well against another very good team. And, since then, he's gotten the job done, Carlos. And so the next man up concept is in full effect. And, I'm just really, really pleased and proud of our bunch of coaches and kids over there at Mission Veterans. And you're right, we do have an outstanding athletic program as well. And we feel good about what we're doing there at our school.
Coach, I know it's always you're always proud of your kids. You're proud of your son. for playing, but he's just a freshman, coach, and playing big time, 5A football. I know he's a big kid. I know he can run well. He had 285 or so yards rushing last night, 4 touchdowns. Any concern from Mom about putting him in at quarterback as a freshman?
Yeah, no, Mom does okay. She sits up in the stands. She's a little nervous, especially early on, but he's proven he can handle himself out there. And that's one of the things I'm proud of with him, Carlos. He's a tough kid. He has gotten knocked around all year long since he's been in there, and he just pops up, gives the ball to the referee, get back in the huddle, and his toughness has been something I've really, really not been surprised by, but been very pleased with. That he's been able to absorb the punishment from kids a lot older than him, and just keep on trucking. And it's been it's been a fun ride for him. It's been a fun ride for us as a family. Just speaking on a personal note, obviously, but he's gotten the job done for our football team. I made the comment, it's not just on talent. It's not, Carlos. I made the comment, we talked about this in our football meeting on Thursday. I said, Landry finished junior high back in May, finished 8th grade, played quarterback in a junior high league, 7-on-7, played receiver in our varsity 7-on-7 league, didn't miss a game, have a summer conditioning program, a 6-week summer conditioning program. He missed one day of that, and that's because he was going to the state 7-on-7 tournament. We started football practice on August 10th. He hasn't missed a practice, hasn't been late to a practice, hasn't set out of a practice, hasn't missed a film session, a weight session, a Saturday work. He has missed one day since May of anything that we've done as a football program, and that's because he was traveling to the state tournament for 7-on-7. So it does happen because of talent, but the hard work, and the point was for our kids that are returning next year, you can get the job done. If you're able to come out and just put in the hard work, and that's one of the things that I'm really proudest of, is he's been through the grind of it, and he's just put in the time and the effort. And then you couple that with his talent, and you've got a guy that right now is excelling. There's no doubt.
Was he on the freshman team to start the season?
No, he started with us. I mean, we knew he was talented coming in. He's been with us since day one. He was a backup wide receiver. And, he had 4 catches, about 150 yards. He made a couple of big plays for us. Was still getting his feet wet. Remember, he's been a quarterback all his career. All of a sudden, we've got him in there at receiver. So that was a big adjustment for him. We spent all our time focusing on him there, getting him ready, because we thought we were set at quarterback. Didn't expect to have it. So when Diego went down against Roma and he had to come into the game, he hadn't played quarterback since mid-August. Hadn't taken a rep, hadn't taken a snap, hadn't sat in a film session. So, it was boom, man. You're right out of the frying pan into the fire, and his adjustment. He's an intelligent kid, real sharp, straight A student, high character. Doing things right. So, the more time he's gotten with Coach Rodriguez, our offensive coordinator, and in our offensive media, Lupe, with our offensive meetings and our offensive time, we're able to get a lot more of our package back in, which obviously we had to scale back.
Right. Well, thank God for the bloodlines from the mom, because that's where he gets all his talent, huh?
Yeah, well, you think she hasn't told me that once or twice? Yeah, she says that she's from Luling. She said that's that Luling blood in it. So, she's a proud mom right now. My parents are proud. They're, fortunately they're able to go to all the games, and it has been a really fun time for us as a family. It's certainly
awesome.
not what we were expecting this year, and to come home and get a championship last night for our football team was just really, really something special for us.
It's a fun time of the year. Holidays are coming up. The weather's changing. Deer season.
You better believe it, Carlos. We've talked about this. This was our goal from the beginning. To get to the third round of the playoffs, to be playing during Thanksgiving week. I've been coaching 26 years now, Carlos, and I have never practiced on Thanksgiving Day. And I've coached under legendary coaches like Sonny Detmer, Jeff Dykes, who won a state championship. Sonny was in a Final Four. Longtime Valley great coaches, and Chris Cavazos and Bucky Rodriguez, Carlos Longoria. I've been under some really good coaches as an assistant and never been to the third round of the playoffs. Never been Thanksgiving. The last 7 years since I've been a head coach, this is our third by-district win, and we're trying to take that next step right now. We're actually on the road right now. I'm driving to San Antonio. We're scouting Victoria West coming up. They've got a noon kickoff, so we're on the way up there to take a look at them. I fully expect them to win, and that's not a shot at Laredo Nixon at all.
Right.
That's just how good Victoria West is. And, we're going to go take a look at them in person, and then we'll get on film the rest of the weekend. But, Playing at Thanksgiving is something that I think every coach wants to do. And here's what our saying was: let's get to Thanksgiving, and then we'll let the chips fall where they may. If we can get to a state championship, great. If we can get no further, that's great. But at least we set our goals, and we're trying to set reachable goals, trying to set goals higher than we've ever been, and then go out and reach them. And winning a championship is always one of the biggest things. We're big on let's put a gold ball in the trophy case, and we did that last night. So just a great night for us as a program. And like I said, we know what we're going to have next week if we get Victoria West, and but there's a football game to be played, and we're going to show up. I can promise you that.
Right, Coach. And last night, just to kind of clean up the game last night, the defense also played well. Amani Bowen still had a big game. He had 130 yards. Doherty with 100 yards. It was a grinded-out game. They didn't give you all this championship.
You better believe it, man. Those guys are extremely talented. We knew their backfield, man, with Bowen and Doherty and Ghetto. We knew what we were getting into, and our defensive coaches and our defensive kids played at an unbelievable level. We started that game with 3 straight 3-and-outs. 3 straight. You don't do that to Donna. Those guys are good. Those guys are district champions. Those guys just won 8 football games in a row. We're playing in their house. They're looking for a little redemption after we got them last year in by district. And this one really had me concerned. But I tell you what, man, my hat is off to our defensive staff and our defensive kids, man, because they rose to the occasion. We had a couple of specialties mistakes in the first half. We dropped the punt. Our punter. We're on our third-string punter now, by the way, also. And he dropped the punt. He's a soccer kid, not used to handling the ball. He dropped it, and they were able to score on a short field. Then we made a mistake on a kickoff return, let a ball stay there, and they recovered it and got in. So we're going into halftime, Carlos, and it's 19-14, and the comparisons to Edinburgh Villa are just unbelievable. Same thing. We came out of the locker room on fire, got a lead, took a lead into the halftime. Edinburgh Villa, though, last week drove it straight down the field on us for a touchdown. We came out in the second half, and we talked about this at halftime, obviously, trying to get that mindset. We came out of the halftime. Donna got the ball. We got a 3-and-out to start it. Offense took it down and scored, gave us a 2-score lead, and we never looked back. So, night and day between the way we handled the opening minutes of the second half this week and in last.
Well, Coach, speaking of that Vela game, did that Vela game, as far as in the second half, you had a lot of illegal procedures, false starts. Did that game actually prepare you guys for this game? I mean, because you weren't going to get much more of an intense game in the regular season than that game.
Hey, we weren't going to get much more of an intense game in the regular season than Odessa Permian that we played back in week 2. And we used that game as a reference point to go back and say we're not going to play a team any better than that, even if we get to the championship. Possibly. I mean, that's possible. If we were to get to the state championship, Odessa Permian is a heck of a ball club, and we played guts out for a quarter. It's 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, and I know the final score, and I know we got our hat handed to us, and I know there's a lot of people critical of myself for making choices to play games like that. But those types of games, the bonds that we create on a trip like that, when we're just isolated and bunkered down, just us, just the players, just the coaches, 9 hours on a bus, in a hotel, in meetings, in restaurants. They create bonds that we lean on when we're in a tough situation, like last night. So, the Vela game did prepare us because that's an outstanding football team. The Odessa Permian game did prepare us for last night because those are games that once you've been in the fire, once you've faced that adversity, once you understand, man, hey, this ain't going to be easy, and you're able to look each other in the eye and rally around each other like we did last night, and put that gold ball in the trophy case. So that's, that makes say, hey, this was all worthwhile, man. These, going through these games, that loss to Edinburgh Valley, man, it hurt. It hurt. We were fighting for a share of the district championship, and we're up 21-3. Went onside kick, recovered it. We got a chance to really, really put some nails in the coffin, and we let it go. And you give Edinburgh Valley credit, man. They got the heart of a champion over there, and they're 11-0 for a reason. And so, while as much credit as we give to Edinburgh Valley, man, I'm going to give credit to our kids too, man, because they've battled and they've fought, and next man up has been who we are and what we're about, and they bought into our philosophy, and it's great to be talking to you this morning and going to practice on Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, hey, Coach, we appreciate the time today. We're up against a hard break, so we've actually got to say goodbye to you. But best of luck.
Man,
I hope you guys.
Hey, Patriot football time, man. 10:30. You should have been calling me at 10:25. You guys were a little late on the whistle this morning, man. My football players would be upset with you. So, No, I'm kidding, man. Thanks for having us on, guys. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. We'll
All right.
see you.
All
Good
right.
luck.
Yep.
Yes, sir. All right, so that is Coach Gilpin.
Yeah, real quick, Henry, how much time do we have? Okay. You know, he's got a point. When he talks about playing those teams up north, look at all the teams that played somebody up north. McAllen played Permian. They're in the playoffs. Harlingen had San Antonio Reagan come down. They're in the playoffs. You know, there's something to be said about playing a tougher schedule. You know, you look at some of the people that had, those cupcake games, you know, they're not in the playoffs or they lost in the first round. So, it goes both ways, I guess. You know, you can get demoralized by playing a tough team, but, you know, you can also build back up. You know, you can build some confidence in your team for when you play those teams again.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think it really does work in your favor when you play, especially like this part of the playoffs. Now they're going to go up and they're going to play against Victoria or Nixon, Victoria West or Nixon, and he says he thinks it's going to be Victoria West. It looks like they're the better team.
His poor son probably does not get any probably got a playbook in his hand at home.
Oh, but these kids love it.
No, but, I remember Matt
Coach's
Kaufman.
sons
Matt
love this
Kaufman
stuff.
was a gym rat or a football rat. He was always out there throwing the ball around with his dad. You know, it was crazy. Even Maddie, his daughter. You know, so when you grow up a coach's kid, except for mine because they're all nerds. You grow up in that environment.
You grow up, you see it. You know, you want to do it. You want to be like your parents in certain ways, and that's one of them. And I think that it's a fun time for them. And once again, just like it is in Harlingen, now it is at where are we at? Mission Vets.
Yeah.
And what a program that they have with it. We talked about the baseball team doing well last year, the volleyball team, football team now. I think they even have some good track athletes over there as well. So things are looking good
over there
for the Patriots.
Vets, yeah.
Absolutely. So we're ready, heading for a break here, not getting any hand signals or anything. But we are ready to go. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more football. We'll get that La Feria score. Let's find out what's going on. Got to give props to Coach Salinas over there. All right. So we'll take a break. You're listening to The Huddle on Fox Sports 17.